Okay, guys, welcome back to our lives. Today we're going to be talking about how the COVID contracts are over.
Hey cousins, hey Kim folks, it's your girl, the Real Life Plug. Welcome back to another live of the Travel CNA podcast, the Lifeline Connection. It's your girl, the Real Life Plug, and
Beauty Diana Vlogs.
make sure y'all follow us on all social media platforms. Period. So, like BB said, today, today we're going to be talking about how COVID contracts are over. I noticed that a lot of people in a lot of the groups, the CNA travel groups that we're in, y'all have been talking about, oh, I'm not taking a contract less than this amount. Where are the high-paying contracts? Where's the big stipends? All this and all that. We're here to let y'all know today, February, whatever today is, 15th, that the high-paying COVID contracts are over. We were also going to tell you how you can still run up your bag as a traveler, but you want to talk to them a little bit about why the contracts are over?
So the high-paying travel contracts are over because COVID cases are going down because people are getting vaccinated and everything. So that's why the high-paying contracts are over. The high-paying contracts were just made because a lot of people didn't want to work during COVID, so that's why they like what is it called?
Raised it?
They raised the pay, and nurses were making up to like almost $200 an hour. CNAs were making up to like $80 an hour. But now since COVID's over, they're going back to normal how they used to be.
Yeah. And so just to like clarify and expound on that point just a little bit, COVID is not over. There is a nationwide nurse staffing shortage everywhere in every state. So, hold on, we got a comment. Okay, can't wait to see you. But yeah, so COVID is still here, still very much a real thing, very alive and rampant. It's just that a lot of these agencies, just like with the PPP loan, they birthed themselves very quickly. They were launched and established very quickly because they were after high dollars. So the more you work as a CNA, the more the facility bills the owner of the agency or bills the agency. So if you're making $50 an hour as a CNA, $200 an hour as a nurse, your agency on the back end is making hundreds of dollars off of you. And now that people are either going to work COVID or they're not. You know, that's where they are with it. A lot of, like Sylvia said, a lot of people are getting vaccinated now. So the more people that get vaccinated, the more people are actually starting to stay at their jobs. But on the flip side, they're trying to put a cap on how much you can make in overtime and your stipend and then your untaxable hours. And that's just not cool at all. So now we're going to tell y'all how you can still run it up as a traveler, though. So, oh, you want to go ahead?
Yeah. So one thing I would do to like get a raise, when they would ask me to extend my contract, I would be like, well, add $2-3 to my current pay and I'll extend. I got to a point where like a contract was paying me like $30 an hour, but I had to leave it because they were too toxic and it was just a hard work environment, so the money really wasn't worth it. But that's one way you can raise your pay.
So what she's talking about is when you extend your contract with your recruiter, explain to them.
Oh no, it's a purse.
We dropped y'all. Sorry. Hold on. Put something stable. Oh no, it's not gonna work. Maybe we need the backpack. Sorry, y'all.
Okay, I'll say fix it.
Please, you know about this.
What happens if we move the purse a little bit forward? And then, oh fuck, just take my phone.
Did I? No.
Okay, now we just...
Oh! Sorry, cousin. Sorry, it's a little bit windy out here in Cali.
We're trying to reconnect.
I think we should put him back here.
But where are we gonna put the phones?
Sorry, y'all. Hold up.
We struggling just a little.
Just a little bit.
But we both need to be seen.
Oh, you can put the other one right here and then stand right there and right there.
But like on all phones, we both need to be seen. Let me see. Maybe this will work. Oh no, where's the other one? Oh. Okay, we just got technical difficulties. Fuck. Oh.
Oh, put the phone right here. Look, see this little ledge?
Oh.
And then put the purse behind it for extra.
Extra support. What the heck?
Why are you doing TikTok dance?
I didn't know with entertainment while we
Well, they're probably entertained enough
Laughing.
with my.
Better be laughing.
Why does this one keep on going forward? Okay. Why is this?
You're doing the jumpy dance.
Let me see if I can still do it.
Stop. Okay. Okay, I think we're good.
But y'all know about that. Y'all know.
Okay.
What's that?
How the high paying
Throw some
contracts
thumbs up
are
if
over.
you like my dancing. Thumb it up. Sending some
Did
roses.
you that a breath?
Breath like a motherfucker.
Okay, the high paying contracts are over. That's what we were doing.
Okay, so right. So when you get ready to renew or extend your contract, what you want to say to your recruiter is, hey, I'm ready to extend my contract. I would like a raise. Since I've already done this contract, I do not need to be re-credentialed. The re-credentialing fee is what hurts our pays a lot. So when you're renewing or extending a contract, let them know that you know about the re-credentialing fee and you don't want no parts of that shit. Period. So, y'all, I'm so out of breath. But the next thing that we're going to talk to you about is how to run up that bag, even though the COVID contracts or the high-paying COVID contracts are coming to an end. Because they're still out there. Y'all just being bougie. Oh, I'm not working for $14 an hour, but you already make $14 an hour. Oh, I'm not working. I need a hotel first. I need a car. It costs money to be a travel nurse. So let's get into that first. It costs money to be a traveler. There are emergency situations where your company will be able to provide you with these things up front before your contract starts. That shit ain't free. It's coming out your check. Okay? You could, like I've been explaining to y'all on YouTube, you could be working a $20,000 contract, right? And you only choose to work $4,000 of that contract. Your agency still has to get paid on the front end or the back end. And because you only chose to work 40 hours, you out another 5K, another 10K. You have to put in the work. You have to work that overtime. That's another thing that y'all are missing. $14 an hour. Okay, that's 40 hours. 41 hours, you're going to be getting $44 an hour. That's what you're there to do, is to travel and to fill in their staffing needs. You're not just there to travel and be like, oh, I'm here, I'm there, I'm doing this, I'm doing that for the gram. No, your first and foremost job is to fill in the staffing needs of the facility. So you run it up in overtime. Go ahead, Edie.
Yeah, so just do your overtime, because overtime is worth it, in my opinion, because I would get overtime almost $60 an hour. So it was really worth it, because it was just, like, sometimes I would just work 4 12s, 5 12s, and I would just have the weekend off. I would take my 2 days off, and it was really worth it, because you see a big change in your check. And also, the contracts are not that high paying anymore. We've been seeing everywhere people are like, oh, I'm not gonna take a contract that pays less than $40 an hour. There's no contracts like that anymore. Even with the big agencies, you will not be able to find a contract like that. Those contracts are rare now because COVID is not it's still here, but they're not doing COVID pay anymore. And then some facilities, they require vaccines, and travelers do not want to get the vaccine. So how are you going to get a high paying contract if you don't want to get the vaccine? So you also have to think about that. The high paying contracts will probably require the vaccine for you to get $40 an hour. And if you're not willing to get the vaccine, then there's no point of you doing the high paying contract. And also another thing, agencies, everything, like people always ask me about rental cars. Yes, the agency will provide you with one, but it will come out of your paycheck. I did that once, the worst thing I ever did in my life, because it was $300, $400 a week for just the rental. So I would have to do overtime just to get the rental out of the way. So people are like, oh, do you recommend it? No, I do not recommend it. Just take your own car. It's a lot cheaper, it's a lot easier, and and also like your flights, it comes out of your check and everything. So you don't get reimbursement. Reimbursement for traveling, because they paid for your flight, they got you your rental car, so there's no such thing as reimbursement because they did all of that. And so that's what a lot of people don't know, that just because you left, let's say, freaking Atlanta to go to Pennsylvania, you and the agency paid for it for you to go, and people are expecting their reimbursement. There's nothing to reimburse unless you paid for your ticket. See, I got my first assignment. Oh,
Yay!
Good luck, Jody. Ooh.
Got that first assignment, girl.
Wait, where is it?
Up. Where is your assignment?
Where's your assignment? Oh.
And just think of it from the business aspect, y'all. Like, most of y'all that are asking for rental cars, flights, hotels, and all this up front don't have the money for it. Obviously, that's why you're asking for it. So that would be like your child coming to you, or your loved one coming to you and being like, can you get me a hotel, rental car, and an airline ticket for my birthday? How am I gonna give you something I don't have? They have the money because that's what was allotted for your contract. And if you don't need those accommodations prior to the contract, then that money goes back to the agency. That's why I'm telling y'all, run it up. Run it up in overtime. That's what you're there for, is to get the money, get the bag. A lot of y'all go on $20, $30, $40, $50,000 assignments, and you only bring it home $5,000. One, because you don't know how to manage your finances, and two, because you don't want to put in the work it takes to get these $30, $40, $50,000 that's available for you. And then you do things like call out, you show up late, no call, no shows, you show up one day and then you just stop coming. Well, at least call the agency and let the agency know, hey, this is not a good fit for me. I don't like this facility, and they might be able to send you somewhere else and put you in a better fitting facility. And it also lets them know that, hey, maybe I shouldn't send any more nurses here, or any more of my nurses, as opposed to just not showing up anymore. You know what I'm saying? So the next thing I'm going to talk about is per diem travel. Per diem travel is where the bag is. That's where half the bag is. And you got to tune into the live on Friday to find out where the rest of the bag is. But per diem travel is where it is. So I'm going to explain it to y'all a little bit like this, right? So we're in California. Everybody wants to come to California. Everybody loves Cali, right? So, excuse me, my throat is getting dry. Sorry, y'all. There's some questions. Y'all got some questions?
Oh my god, my first assignment. That was still the last one. Per diem.
Per diem travel assignment, per diem assignments. The biggest difference between a per diem assignment and a travel assignment is that there is no stipend for a per diem assignment. I know y'all like, what? I'm not traveling without a stipend. Then this part of traveling is not for you. We talking to the elites, the best of the best, people who don't need money to get started. And I'm not, shaming anybody because I've been there. I've done that. I've needed that startup money in order for me to travel. However, we're at a different point in life now, so we're talking to the people who already have the money to get started. So, with a per diem assignment, you can come to California or wherever you want to be. We're already here, and you work 10 days out of the 14 days in a pay period. You let the facility know, hey, I'm available these days, or you talk to the facility after your over the phone interview, and they'll let you know what their needs are. They might need you 10 consistent days. They might need you 4 days the first week and 6 days the next week, and then you go home. That's the beauty of traveling per diem. There are no commitments. You can come and go as much as you want because the facility is always going to need the help. And if you have children and you want to travel, this is the best way for you to do it. Especially if you just want to get started in traveling, or you really want to be close to your kids, come and go. Work 2 weeks, go home, fly back and forth. Per diem.
Yeah. So you're just here to pick up the shifts, and it's a lot better than doing a 13-week contract, because if you don't like it, you just know that you have to work 10 days and then you get to go back home and you don't have to come back. So that's really nice. And then you do make really good money. And I know that in California they have a lot per diem contracts. I don't know where else.
I don't know. We in Cali, so that's what we know.
Yeah,
Cali got the per diem contracts.
Yeah, so if you just want to come to California for like 2 weeks, come and see your family or something, but also work, just come and do a per diem contract. I know that they have it in every single facility, because there's a lot of facilities. So that's where half of the money is, and it's worth it, because if you want to not even get your feet wet, because getting your feet wet for a per diem contract, that means that you have to have money saved up. You have to have money ready for your flight or your drive. You have to have money for your hotel, even though it's just 2 weeks, 3 weeks max. You have to have that paid off, and it's a benefit if you have family here, which won't, you don't have to pay for your hotel, but you do not get a stipend. That is one thing that people don't understand. Per diem contracts, you do not get a stipend, because you just come and work. And those are the high-paying contracts. That's where you get the high-paying contracts. And then they don't take your money out like agencies do.
I'm just coming to read the comments. I can't see. Isn't it expensive to rent there? Why? why working, especially if you own a place? I'm sorry, TJ. I'm not understanding what you're asking me, sweetheart.
What is it? Let me see.
He said,
I just joined, so I missed whatever you were saying. Oh, so June, let me update you real quick. We were talking about how the high-paying contracts are over, because COVID isn't over, but it's not as bad as it used to be, because people are getting vaccinated. So travelers are not getting high-paying contracts anymore. Nurses are not getting paid $200 an hour. CNAs are not getting paid $80 an hour anymore, because the cases are going down, because people are getting vaccinated. So a lot of people are starting to get mad, talking about, oh, where are the high-paying contracts? There's no more high-paying contracts. Like, I'm sorry. Oh, I know. I joined the traveling thing at the right time, because I started traveling when COVID started. Yeah, so I was part of the high-paying contracts. So I got up to like $30-$40 an hour.
It's hella windy.
Yeah. So now that the high-paying contracts are over, a lot of people, I don't know why they're getting mad at me because they're over. People start arguing with me. Why are they over? I don't know.
They're over because y'all did not get second tax homes. Y'all cheated the system. That's why the contracts are over. Y'all were supposed to have one regular house and another house, and y'all just hopped on this travel CNA train and travel nursing train, and you didn't really know too much about it. It's over because we done made too much money. We've been getting to the money, so they mad now.
What's your favorite agency? So me, out of the 2 years I worked with Medical Solutions, Prime Time, which I didn't really work with Prime Time because not really. And I worked with Arias. Arias was the one I worked with the most. They're good, but the recruiters are horrible. That's the only part I didn't like about Arias. Prime Time, I would never work with them because it was just good to have 3 different agencies. So just in case like Arias didn't have a job for me, I could go to Medical Solutions. Medical Solutions then bought Arias, so they were like one big company at the end. Then Primetime never really had contracts that I wanted, so I never really worked with them. So I just stuck with Arias most of the time. Okay, what else we talk about?
That was basically it for that we had planned for today. And always make sure that y'all take like a positive attitude into your assignment. Communicate with your recruiters. Being on both ends of the spectrum, like looking back, like in hindsight, there was definitely way more that I could have done, you know, as far as being a traveler. So I would just say bring a positive attitude, and if you don't like something, let them know. Follow your chain of command and let them know. Especially for smaller agencies, like smaller businesses that are just starting out, communicate with them. Let them know what's working. Let them know what's not working. Unfortunately, when you're with some of these bigger agencies, they don't give a damn.
Yeah, they don't
care. They have a whole roster of 500 nurses ready to go at any moment. But with the smaller agencies, they might have 200, maybe 150 nurses, maybe 10 nurses ready to go at any time. So they want to know what's working for them, so that way they can improve the ultimate experience and for their nurses and everything like that. So
Yes.
y'all have any questions, comments, concerns?
My
How
favorite
y'all feel about
agency.
this cap on y'all pay though?
Yeah, the cap pay. The bill 124, I think that's what it is, that they want to put a cap to the nurses' pay. Like, first of all, they have a shortage of nurses, and then they're trying to cut their pay. Like, that's not going to make it any better. So hopefully they cancel that cap pay, because I support it. I support the cancellation. Don't support the cap pay. So I've been signing up on all these groups about canceling the cap pay, because that's not fair for the nurses. Thank you. Hoping to travel. Yes, travel over the summer. That's what I do. Who do you travel with? I used to travel with Arias Medical. They're cool, but they have good contracts. But the recruiter sucks. I did not like my recruiter. Who did you travel with?
I traveled with Titan Medical.
Oh, I had a lady tell me that she traveled with Titan Medical.
So somebody just asked me, is being a travel CNA still worth it? I would say it is. I mean, because you get paid to travel.
Yeah.
And if being a CNA is something that you're really passionate about and that you really care about, then the money is not going to matter to you. And again, we just told y'all how to run the money up still. You know, that $30, $40, $50 an hour was taxable. Now that COVID is over, your untaxable rate will probably be higher, and your overtime rate is definitely going to be higher. It's going to look more like what the COVID rates were. You just had to put in the work for it. So I definitely feel like being a travel CNA is still worth it, especially if it's something that you're passionate about, taking care of people and not just geriatrics, whatever your specialty is as a CNA, because you don't just have to work in a nursing home or in a hospital. I do it. in a heartbeat.
Yeah, that's why I started traveling, because I wanted to go out and explore, and then COVID hit, so I got the COVID contracts afterwards. So I started traveling because I wanted to see the world, and it was the cheapest way to do it, kinda. So yeah, if you guys like being a CNA or a nurse and you guys want to travel, I feel like it's worth it. If you're young and single, do it. If you're older and single, or you're like your kids are grown, do it. If you're even a mother, just go do it. Just screw it. Oof. Oh, it just hit my knee. My meniscus.
The meniscus. So y'all have any other questions? It's cold on this rooftop now. It was a little bit warm earlier.
Where's Tangerine with the...
Oh, and the other thing about running up the bag as a travel CNA, like I said, mentioned earlier, is learning how to manage your finances. Because if you don't know how to manage your finances, you can easily blow $30,000. Even if you run it up in the overtime, you stay in the economic town, all these things, you can blow $30,000 that fast. So you have to set goals with your contracts. You know what I'm saying? If they're saying that you can make $20 an hour, 40 in overtime, stipend is $1,000 a week, stay somewhere that costs $800 a month, so you can still get that $1,000 stipend every week, and you only take one stipend check to pay that, and you still have your whole other paycheck for the next 4 weeks and another stipend of $1,000 for 3 weeks. Learn how to manage and save your money. That's how you run it up as well. And set those goals. If you don't know how to set a goal, slide up in our DMs and we'll help y'all with that too, because it's 2022. It's time out for being poor. Being poor is not lit. Poverty it ain't it.
Just not it. I travel with Nurse but stay kind of close to home. I have been thinking about going with a different travel agency. I've never heard about that agency, Nurstat. I think it's a smaller agency.
Yeah, they were in that TravCon. Oh, are y'all coming to the CNA Travelers Convention? Did y'all even know that there was a convention for CNAs, like travel CNAs? It's in Omaha, Nebraska this year in July. There's also a group for it on Facebook. Just type in CNA Travelers Convention. But I did not see Nurstat at Travel.
So they're probably a smaller agency. Big ones are like Medical Solutions, Arias, Prime Time,
Titan, Crucial, Fusion,
RTG, Medical. Like those are the big agencies. The one I really like was Medical Solutions.
Yeah, but y'all can in a couple weeks y'all can apply. Not even a couple weeks, like very soon y'all can apply to be the Cat Med staff though. Be on our team. You want us to be your recruiters? You want us to get y'all some lit contracts and help y'all run up the bag? Cat Med staff is where it's at. I don't know. We're gonna come up with a song though. Thank you for the heart. People send you hearts, girl. You make a
I
tits.
know, cousin. Oh my god. Oh, that's my cousin.
Hey fam.
How can I apply for with your agency? So we're still working on the process. Once we have everything, probably gonna take a couple weeks. Hopefully, not a lot. I'll start putting out the information and on how to apply with our agency, so you guys can have me or Chrissy as a recruiter. And since we were already travelers and we've done all of this, well, I did it for 2 years. How long did you travel?
For like 5.
So together we're like 7 years of experience, so we know what people like and what people don't like in recruiters. So my goal as a recruiter is to not be like my recruiter. My recruiter would only check up on me when she wasn't making enough money. That's the only reason I would not work more than 36 hours. I would call off and do like less time so she could contact me because I had like a question or something. because I would call her, I would email her, I would do all of this, and she would never get back to me. So I would just work 24 hours 1 week, and then she'll call me, why didn't you put in your 36? Oh, because of this. Oh, well, this thing happened, so I need your help to fix it. So that was the only reason, that was the only way I would get in contact with my recruiter. So I don't want nobody to be doing that with me. And also, I would like to, my recruiter would never check up on me. She would not care about me. Remember one time I got in a car accident, she did not answer my calls for 2 weeks. Her excuse was, my phone died. Yes, for 2 weeks your phone died. Okay, cool. Girl, I'm here. Yes, Queen, my cousin's so funny. I freaking love her. Yeah, so that's my goal as a recruiter, to be the best recruiter out there, to help you guys with any questions, and if I don't know the answer, I'll ask somebody else. But with my knowledge, I'm pretty caught up with recruiting. What's your goal?
Talk your shit. My goal as a recruiter is to be as open and as honest with y'all about being a travel CNA as possible, to let you know what it is, what it ain't, and what it's gonna be. No cut cards. I'm not trying to hit none of that crying. That's why we're really pushing these per diem assignments, because we are looking for nurses that have experience in the game, best of the best, like, period. So if you don't have travel experience, we are probably not the agency for you, but I can find another agency for you, because we're Life Plug, Universal Plug. We know shit. But yeah, just to be open and honest with y'all and let you know what's going to work and what's not going to work.
My cousin was like, bitch, it's not done yet. Dalis, I see you.
Is that the one that made the TikTok about you?
The one that drew me? Yes, did you see her perfect drawing?
Yes. Yes.
So, we're going to be the best recruiters out there.
Period.
Yeah.
Number one in the nation. Fuck the state. We coming after the whole nation. Period. With y'all's help and support, continue to support us. VB just hit 12K on TikTok. Facebook group just hit 25K. And I'm still on the road to 1K on YouTube. Yeah!
We're almost there.
We almost there. 1K by 5:14. Run it up, run it up. Shit hurts so bad.
Oh, she got a YouTube tattoo for you guys.
Y'all wanna
What
see
made
it?
you come? What made you come a recruiter? So me,
What did they say?
what made me want to become a recruiter? So me, I wanted to become a recruiter because I worked with probably hundreds of travelers, and they would all tell me that the recruiter was horrible and that they really disliked the recruiter. So me and my team that we met, there's like five other ones still.
5 whole ass strangers, 8 strangers met off the internet.
And made a travel agency.
It's a nurse owned and operated healthcare staffing agency.
Yeah,
So we have, my bad, I keep cutting you off. Go ahead.
Yeah, so we have knowledge in the game. Everybody that works with us has been a traveler and has been in the medical field. So together, I think we said like 50 years of experience. So I decided to become a recruiter because I hated how my recruiter treated me. I hated how the other recruiters would treat the other staff, the other travelers. So I was like, okay, so I took notes, and I was like, once I become a recruiter, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and I'm not gonna be like my recruiter. And people would tell me, oh, my recruiter never checks up on me. Okay, so travelers want recruiters to check up on them, just like a message or something. If you guys want to talk, just call me. I'm free. Because I'm here to help you become a better traveler. So that's why I became a recruiter, because I hated how my recruiter treated me. I hated how the recruiters treated the other travelers. So it wasn't a hard decision, but it was a good decision.
Huh?
They're bro-
I was like, oh, the stock market's close. The bank just stopped.
They're getting robbed in the back.
Only the real survive.
Oh my god, I did not know that. So yeah, that's what made you become a recruiter.
I decided to become a recruiter because I like helping people. It just makes me feel fulfilled to help people in areas of life that there's not a lot of knowledge on, or there's not a lot of information or knowledge on. And I feel like, again, the healthcare field straight shitted on us, never told us nothing about being travel CNAs, didn't know that was something that we could do. So I want to use my platform to help educate and inform people how to get to the money. Like, I'm gung-ho on annihilating poverty off of my DNA. So why not teach other people how to do it, or give them some tools to help them do it? You know what I'm saying? So nursing home has always been my track. So just elevate it.
Yeah, so also what made me become a recruiter was when I started posting on my TikTok about travel CNAs. People are like, how do I do it? How do I do that? And I'm like, a lot of big agencies don't reach out to you unless you have someone like me. If it wasn't for my girl LaShonda, I don't think I would have been a traveler, because she's the one that got me with her recruiter, and her recruiter helped me out fill out my application. So if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have traveled. But I absolutely love being a CNA. Yes, Talis, ask me a question. I know, I love being a CNA too. Just every single time I tell her, I'm like, I remember when my residents would like hold me and we would walk down to the dining room together. Then like I would be pushing one and the other two would be holding on to me because nobody was there to help me. And then the nurse had the audacity to yell at me.
The bank really just got robbed.
The bank really got robbed, but we're not gonna pay attention to that.
My bad. I'm sorry.
We didn't plan this
They
through.
don't rob banks in Baltimore, so this is new to me.
They don't rob banks in Colorado either. So this is new to us, but yeah, so recruiting, I'm really excited to start working with other people. Why is your life so boring?
Is that your cousin? She's so rude. We hella lit
Why
over
she said
here.
those emojis?
I am almost finished with nursing school, but I don't know if I want to change. Oh, let me tell you. So when I worked an assignment in South Dakota, so many nurses, they were like, I don't know why I went and wasted $40,000 on a nursing career if I hated so much. There was this one nurse that she did part-time, that she went to working 1 day a week every Monday because she hated her job so much. She was like, I don't hate my job, I just hate people, because people are so mean. Like, I'm here to help you, I'm here to help your dad, like, or your mom, and you have the audacity to come and yell at me. I had a family member once come and yell at me, why is their mom gaining so much weight? I was like, your mom orders everything off the menu, and then she eats her husband's food too. That's why she's gaining so much weight. Tell her to stop eating and we'll be good. Good states that pay CNAs good. Well, as we were saying that the high paying contracts were over, that's what he asked.
Oh.
So it's gonna be hard trying to find a high paying contract because COVID is, the cases are going down, people are getting vaccinated, so scared of, but I absolutely love my CNA, and so yeah, the contracts are not like the best paying right now because the pandemic is over.
At this point, you travel because you want to travel or because you really love what you do. It's not about the money.
Yeah.
Although there are ways to, still accumulate that money pretty quickly. Traveling, it's never been about the money, at least for me and for BB. But if you're just in it for the money, then you need to go like hit up your nearest hustler or something, like your nearest corner boy, dope dealer or some shit, because this ain't it.
My cousin, think you're ignoring me, Talis. I see your messages.
She wanted you to comment on your life is boring comments.
Yeah. And then, I don't know, like them like we do. And I love my little people. Yeah, because the nurses, and she was saying that she's almost done. I don't have these like Megan. So yeah, like what she was saying, that nurses do not know the residents as much as the CNAs do. So that's why she doesn't want to become a nurse. But you're almost done with nursing school. So as a nurse,
start a healthcare staffing agency. You
yeah,
can be on our team when you get done.
yeah. So probably as a nurse, I've met nurses that know their residents too, because they actually go and help the CNAs. I had this one nurse that would never help me because she had to put orders in. I'm like, you come in at 6 a.m. You don't even leave till like 8 p.m. because you're putting orders in. But every other nurse I work with puts orders in, does all of the stuff you do in less than 7 hours. So I don't know what this lady's doing. So just be the nurse that you want to be working with. Just like, that's why I decided nursing wasn't for me, because I became a CNA first to see if nursing was for me, and no, I liked being a CNA. I like taking care of my little residents. I robbed the bank. My cousin, she's like, I robbed the bank. She's like 11.
Holy, she's funny. Somebody else commented this.
It's probably her. Yeah, I have to select few that does, and some just look down. I know, yeah, the ones that look down at the CNAs, those ones are the horrible nurses. Like you need me more than I need you. Like, the only reason I need you is because Mr. Johnson over here has a headache.
Why is that the first name we all choose? Mr. Johnson and Miss Smith.
Mr. Johnson has a headache. That's the only reason I need you. You need me because you need Mr. Johnson to be in dialysis at noon. But you can't transfer him yourself because you don't know. And one thing that would piss me off was that nurses would come up to me, they'd be like, oh, well, Mr. Johnson needs to transfer. Okay, I would go, hold their hand, stand him up, and like, let's go walk to your wheelchair. They would just look at me like, he can walk? Yes, Mr. Johnson can walk. He's independent. You should just told him to sit on the chair. But since I'm nice, I go and hold his hand and let's go sit down, and then take him. Or I had a nurse, no, not even a nurse, a social services lady, come and yell at me one day. She like cussed me out in front of the whole nurse staff. And I was just standing there. She cussed me out because a resident wasn't up, and I think it was a Tuesday, and the Tuesdays his family would come. She cussed me out, and I was like, well, if you would leave your office, you would have known that resident passed away 2 weeks ago. So there was nothing that I could get up, unless just like the soul, the spirit, pull out your wheelchair. When they said at the nurse station, just do nothing. Yes, I had a nurse do that to me, a supervisor. So this one resident, he had like a knee surgery or something, so he needed to do his like exercises with this machine. So I went up to her because my nurse was busy, and I was like, hey, well, Mr. Frederick needs to do his knee exercises because he can't, because the doctor ordered them like around 6 or something. She's like, no, I can't help you. And I was like, why? Oh, because I'm eating. Put your lunch down, lady. You weigh 300 pounds, and just help me put this man's leg up on this machine and strap it down. Because I've never used that machine in my life. I had one answer a lie and tell me they need a drink of water. That's horrible. Those are the worst. When they come up to you, they're like, oh yeah, room 202 needs a drink of water. Did you give them water? No. I'm not certified for that. I swear to God, if I could give out medications, the nurses would probably make me do that. And I knew your COVID contracts. Yes, a lot of COVID contracts got canceled. So CNAs, nurses are not getting paid like triple that they were. So yeah. What was I saying? I forgot.
I got distracted.
Me too. Right, I had one tell me so. She needs a box of Kleenex because the COVID contracts are over. I know. I'm upset too. But there was a time. The times come and go. So this is the time that it went. So it lasted 2 years for the COVID contracts, which was a good amount of time. But also, if you wanted to start traveling, you needed to gain a year of experience. So you had to get your license and a year of experience, and then you could start traveling. So a lot of people missed out on the chance. Sore. My cousin. Somebody asking a question? No. Yeah, so contracts are over, the high paying ones. So if you want to travel, it's just to go have fun. That's why I wanted to do it in the first place. And then COVID came, and then I started getting paid even more, which was fun. Yeah, right? Yeah. Yeah. That is cool.
Cool.
Where's my aunt?
Y'all have any more questions for today? Okay, cool.
Cool.
We'll talk to y'all next time. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, whatever social media platform you on. This is your girl.
Viridiana Vlogs.
And your girl, the real life plug. Peace, love, and blessings. We still out.
Okay.
Till next time. Bye, y'all.
We'll see you next time.